Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to episode 8 of Change is Near. Today is Monday, March 7th of the year 2022. Today's episode is reincarnation. It's not about birth and death, it's about existing forever. So I wanted to go into this subject because it's something I believe very strong in. Remember, as I mentioned in my disclaimer on every episode, these are just my feelings, my intuitions, not even my thoughts anymore, I think. Just stuff that is coming I believe very strong about. Is it the truth? I don't know. I'm a firm believer right now that there are multi-dimensional truths anyway. So what I might see as true, if you're in a different dimension, you see it differently, and you see we can vibrate on different levels. It doesn't mean one is better or worse, it just means we're in a different place. So I'm refraining from calling this truth anyway. Do I care to be right? Do I want to be right? Not at all. No, it's something that for me is just not important anymore. I was like that a few years ago. If you have known me, I was very interested in being detailed, thorough. If you ask me about a subject I felt I had investigated enough, I will present my idea to you with as much detail and facts as possible, fact-checked. And at the end, it was important for me to be right, to present the information in a way that it could be interpreted as right. Right now, I don't care zero about that. Okay, so I'm not concerned at all. If you believe differently, it's highly respectable. I truly respect it in my heart. And if you want to question me and send facts to me, that's perfect. It's just I'm not going to engage into a fact-checking dispute at all. I'm not going to engage on any dispute at all, by the way. So this subject is very touchy because, throughout Earth and, your life as you know it, the one you remember, which is this one, the one you're living right now, you have been, without you knowing it, you have been groomed into believing that, death is the end. So you need to prepare for that. And of course, religions do a job that they present that there is life after death. And I'm not going to go into every detail of what they present. If you are a hardcore Christian or Muslim, I totally respect that. Totally respect the books of the Bible, the Quran. Totally respect that. It's just I want to present a case that every religion has kind of a different story or similar in a way of what happens after death. You see, I don't believe in that. Okay, that's the main point of this episode. You exist forever. Once you start existing and you become an expression of God, you go on forever. You like it or not, that's your mission, your eternal mission, okay? You have to figure some things out. That's karma, knowledge, and wisdom. More wisdom than knowledge, by the way. Knowledge is something happens in this earth and in this type of physical existence. So I'm gonna tap into knowledge, but karma and wisdom, and learning your lessons as you go through your existence, eternal existence, and then basically, ultimately, someday, you are gonna become a beacon of love and of guidance. Okay, so that's your ultimate mission. If it's even your mission right now, okay, just think of it. If you wanna put labels to it, that you're gonna become a senior beacon of light and assistance and guidance, and right now we're in a junior state, as I said, nursery school. So millions and millions of people are what is called awakening. That's a label. Has been distorted so many ways. What's awakening? Realizing who you are, maybe. But millions and millions of human beings right now on Earth are going through this process and are going through the understanding of what's going on. And some of them need a lot of help. But through the law of no interference, we cannot go and push people. You see, we have to understand they're in their own process at their own speed. Maybe you're not going to like it, but we aren't supposed to push anyone. Okay, so it's very difficult not to interfere. I'm fighting with that a lot. If I go through comments of videos that I see and I put a comment, or I maybe comment on someone else's. Yesterday I had the guys from Waking the Future, Pat and Joel. They had a beautiful episode of a father. They provided their platform to share this message of a father that lost her daughter through COVID and hospitals and that. The episode is beautiful. I suggest you watch it if you haven't done so. But I went through the comments, and someone posted, first of all, a comment that was not related to the content, and was this story of that the devil is coming, and he mentioned a god from the planet Nibiru, and that. So I felt there's some truth and lies there, but it's very confusing, and we mustn't. I mean, that's not appropriate right now. So he knows what he's doing. He knows the video is right in a way, but he knows it's not the process we're going right now as a world of fear mongering and saying everything's coming to an end, and the word end is very scary. The word dead is very scary. It's not what's going on. We're going through a process of transformation and awakening. We're understanding who we are. Where do we come from? Okay. So going back to the subject, I just wanted to get that out. By the way, it has kind of bothered me since yesterday as I engage with this person and I interfere. I know that I need to get better at that. So reincarnation. I mean, you start existing one day and you never stop. Okay. So death doesn't exist. There's changes. As I already mentioned, that metaphor, you want to call it analogy, that you're a caterpillar one day and then you become a butterfly and then you become something else. Maybe you become an eagle and then you become a fish, and then so you take so many existences through your eternal existences. You take so many episodes or expressions, if you want to call them, and you're human one day, you're something else another. And it's not like you go through levels that you're always human, and then you're just an electrical being, and then you take physical another form, and you're going through levels. You can, even through this life at this moment, maybe you already were an ascended being in the past, and you decided to come back to Earth, maybe because you have maybe a mission to do here. Okay, so if you feel you are going through an awakening, and again, if you think that I could be of guidance to you and you honor me, please contact me. But you have to do it. I cannot contact you. I cannot interfere. Okay, I wish I could contact everyone. I wish I could, talk all day to every people that I could. But the reality is, I'm just using this platform. I don't care. Right now, it's going very slow. I'm really not looking into that. But I'm just sending this message to the earth completely, and whoever wants to listen and thinks that they could use my guidance. Again, first of all, I touch my heart. You honor me, and second of all, I'm not going to tell you any hard truths. I'm just going to maybe give you a breadcrumb or a signal or a piece of the puzzle so you find your own truth. You see, I don't know your truth. You are the one that needs to find that out. Okay, so reincarnation is about your existence, really. It's a word that maybe it shouldn't even exist because it implies that you die and you are reborn in a different thing. We can summarize that in a nutshell as change. You go through changes through your existence, you learn your lessons. That's karma. Karma is not punishment. So I'm going to do, probably tomorrow's episode is going to be on karma. I'm feeling very strong about that because I'm hearing a lot this word instant karma, okay? Instant punishment to the evildoers because of these people passing out on TV and that, and they're talking about the injection and, they're doing such an evil thing to humanity. Yeah, they are, but they are in the process, They don't know better. Maybe they are pressured to do it. I don't know. I don't want it to sound like I cannot go into every detail. I don't know. They're in their process. They're going to figure it out. But karma doesn't work that way. Okay. First of all, you die. You just change. So what's that? So physical pain. What's that? That's not karma. Okay. That's not karma at all. And I'm going to go that in tomorrow's episode. So you see, really reincarnation is your travel through the universe, through your eternal existence, and you growing as you go. So you reincarnate. Again, it's just a word, just a label, but it's used when you change. So let's assume you die in this physical existence. I know it's very scary. We are all going to be scared, okay? When it happens, or a human or an animal biological instincts, they want to go on forever. So they're going to kick in, they're going to take over, just become as much as you can. There's no way to do it wrong. There's no way to die wrong, okay? It's going to be natural what's going to happen to you. You're going to be very scared until you lose consciousness, and then you're going to leave your physical body, okay? So the thing is, this now starts the religion stuff. So, religions say you're going to heaven and that. I'm gonna do an episode on that later. I'm not gonna mix the idea with reincarnation, but basically you go through a change and you're gonna take another existence, and again, maybe you're gonna be another thing. I still have to understand, I have to go through my acquiring wisdom of animals and biological beings, if they're part of this or not. The feeling right now is that animals and plants are an expression of Mother Earth, okay? That's why they don't exist here, they don't exist in other planets. So they're an expression of Mother Earth, and thus they probably just go through this life, okay? So you have a dog and that, probably just this life she or he goes through. And then, I mean, I have a dog, I love her very much, she's a stray, so she suffered the early part of her life, but she's really enjoying it right now. She's very loved. So I think she's just an expression of Mother Earth, a biological being, and when she physically dies, she's going back to the earth, you know. So that's a little bit similar to what religions say, that you go back to the earth, you become ashes. So yeah, her bones and her physical body is going to be absorbed by the earth, and that's going to be her existence, okay? That's what I feel right now. I may feel different tomorrow, I may feel different in a week. Maybe I'm going to get a signal that, you know, biological beings are also beings of light and are also eternal beings. I don't know, to be honest, at this point. So going back to our existence as beings of light, we take this human form, we call it human civilization, whatever you want to call it, humanity, and then we go through this life, and basically, as I said, there's a biological end, physical end, you want to call it. Mustn't be afraid. You mustn't be afraid of that. And you go through a change, and you see, you decide where you go. I mean, you have free will, so you decide where you go. And maybe you decide that it's time for you, if you have enough wisdom and you have acquired enough karma. Karma is knowledge of going through another place or another dimension. Okay, not necessarily better, just different. Okay. So that's, in essence, your eternal existence. So you see, the word reincarnation is just a word. I know it has been attached to Hinduism and Buddhism, actually. They talk about that a lot. And people that have been hearing me lately are saying, did you convert it to Buddhism or Hinduism? And I say, no, I'm not attaching any labels to what's going on with me. I'm just feeling very strong about this. But I don't need to go through the rituals and that. And actually, Buddhism is an expression of, I mean, it's like Hinduism without the rituals. So maybe if you want to really put a label on me, it's going to be Buddhism, okay? Because I don't believe in any rituals, any knowledge in books, wisdom in books. No, knowledge maybe, wisdom no. Okay, so going back to reincarnation, is something you shouldn't be afraid, okay? And sorry about the pictures. I really just invest a few minutes on this, so I try to find the pictures in the internet that match what I want to talk about. I don't know what that sign, that thing is. That soul that is leaving the body, that's my intention, okay? Maybe that sign means something, don't take any offense by it. But I like this picture, very colorful, because it shows how you leave your physical body. That happens. Of course, it's invisible to the human eye. The human eye is very limited. You can only see it from wavelengths of 380 to 700 nanometers. So you see there's a lot of light. There's an estimation, I don't know if it's even accurate, that you see 1/1,000,000% of the available light in the universe. So that's why we don't see, we're blind, basically, to the universe. So how do we expect to see civilizations and other planetary systems and that if we try to do it through the naked eye? And of course, yeah, telescopes are going to infrared and ultraviolet and X-ray and gamma. Yeah, of course they do, but it's still very limited to the real expression of light in the universe, which is, we are not supposed to understand it. So you see, if you want to put a label into reincarnation, or you want a definition, is you leave the body and you become something else. And you do that very often, okay? If you can be a young soul, a middle-aged soul, a very old soul, you have done that hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of times. It's just you don't remember it, okay? Every time you go through the process of change, you leave your knowledge behind. In this human expression, we have a brain that's exclusive to this type of expression. We needed to go around and understand this reality. We also need our 5 senses, okay? They're just tools they give us to traverse this reality, this physical world. But that doesn't mean when you become a soul again that you're going to take your brain with you. If you're an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, you're not going to be able to take the bar exam after you immediately go into the next dimension. I mean, your knowledge is going to be left behind. What you're going to take with you is your wisdom that's inside you. First of all, it's immense, it's unlimited, but you could tap into it as you go, because that's your process, you see. You always had unlimited wisdom, and you were always an unlimited beacon of love. But however, when you go through your existence, you're going to figure things out as you go. And yes, those are going to stay with you when you go through this change called reincarnation, if you want it. I just call it change. It's really just a label, okay? I don't fixate on it. It's not something I just feel very strong about. This is definitely not my last existence. This is I feel very old. I mean, I've been told I've been living thousands of lives, if you want to call them lives, expressions. And our ultimate, or last level, when we go on forever and there's no more change, is when you become a beacon of love and guidance, that senior one, you see, that really good one. And it's what religions like to call angels, okay? So you become an angel, that's your ultimate goal. And you become an angel, you don't change anymore, you have ultimate wisdom, and the only reason for you existing is to guide others and love others, okay? Because others are gonna seek your assistance and you'll be happily gonna be able to assist them, even one-to-one, okay? You're not gonna maybe go and help a whole civilization on your own, but you're gonna look for these individuals and you have to wait for them to contact you through their mind and their heart and seek this assistance. And maybe this is what is called praying, okay? So, I know meditation and putting your senses in idle, it's kind of look at not really a spiritual thing. It's just the same. You want to pray, if you want to talk Russian, if you want to talk in Japanese, if you don't want to talk at all, if you just want to think, you just want to feel, they know, they have ultimate wisdom. So they know you're seeking for their assistance and boy, you're making their day, okay? Because their only reason to exist is to become beacons of love and guidance. That's our only reason to exist. Of course, we have to fill our hearts with love, but we do that through these early stages, you see. When you go into that final stages, your heart is already filled with love. You understand who you are. You love yourself so much. And of course, the love of the Father that is always, always there, unlimited. So really, reincarnation, going back, is just understanding who you are, understanding where you come from, and if I can add a third question, understanding what you're going to eventually become. So there's a very interesting thing. I spoke about hacking, how these evildoers, they love hacking. They love altering everything, going artificial. They move through time for their advantage. You shouldn't do that. Even if you have the ability, you shouldn't go to the future, to the past to modify things to the future to see how it goes, how is it doing all this stuff that they are doing. But there's a very interesting good use of moving into time, and it's when you yourself contact you in the past. That's become looking or talking to your superior self. So this is I'm going to try to explain it just to finish the episode, but this is you are going to become an angel, okay, eventually. Even if someone hearing is done really harm on this existence, if you're a killer, and if you have done very bad deeds, you are going to eventually get it. You're going to get your karma. You're going to figure it out. Not in this lifetime, probably, not in the next. It's going to take a few 100,000 lifetimes, but you're going to get it. So eventually in the future, let's say 1 billion years, terrestrial years from now, you're going to become a superior self. You're going to become a being of light and a beacon of love and guidance. So you are allowed to go back and kind of hack. That's a good hack. You're a white hat hacker. That you're going to go back and talk to yourself and send messages to yourself when you really need it. In that existence, you feel you're really lost, because that what people that do bad things are. They're lost. They don't know better. Okay, we were all born in love. We were all born in the expression of the Father. So no one is bad. They're just lost. They don't know better. Okay, so you are allowed as your superior self to go back in time and send messages. And of course, there are going to be videos and audio messages, and they're not going to be your book. Okay, this is what you need to think. No, that doesn't work that way. They're going to send you messages that you might not be seeing, and they're going to be there. Your superior self is always going to be you. Is the ultimate expression of you. Is what we should shoot for, our best version of ourselves, our superior self. Okay. So I hope this episode was clear. If you have any doubts, please shoot me a message. If you want to engage in saying that I'm going to hell and that, don't waste your time. If you want to do it, I'll read it, but I'm not going to engage. So I hope everyone finds their way, and I'm sending you all my love. And everyone that feels that I could be of assistance of any kind, please contact me. You will make my day, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And if you have any comments or suggestions, you can use the comment section on the platform you're looking at this video, or changesnear@protonmail.com. Thank you. Have a very nice day.
We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanityways.net. to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.